So what are we looking at here, Gary?
Hi guys, this is 536 Monroe. This was Willie Comisono's garage. This was his headquarters. Everybody met there. We had a problem. He and his brother Joe Comisono tried to extort a kid named Freddie Bonadonna out of some money who had a parking lot concession, and he wanted a piece of that action because it was all cash money. And his dad, Freddie Bonadonna's dad, was David Bonadonna, and he was probably a made guy that was worked in a crew for Willie Comisono. So Willie got hold of David and said, you know, your boy, said, he needs to give me a piece of that action. He said, you know, you got to talk to him. And he had another thing going on about some liquor licenses into this entertainment district called the River Key. And Freddie was trying to keep some of Willie's friends out of the River Key area because it was a poppin' area, and he didn't want these mob guys to open joints down there. So he was going to liquor control with the city, saying, hey, don't give them a liquor license because that's a mob guy. So Willie found out about that too. Willie talks to his man David and says, you know, he's got to help us, and he's got to give us some of that money. And so David goes to Freddie, and Freddie says, you know, I can't do it, Pop. I ain't gonna do it. David goes back to Willie, and Willie says, you know, said he could get hurt. And David says, you know, you hurt my son, you got to go through me. About a week later, David goes over here. He's in a green Mustang with a standard transmission. Somebody sees him drive in, and the garage door shut. Same guy happens to see that green Mustang pull out and drive off, and it had, whoever was driving it could not drive a standard transmission very well. Obviously not David Bonadonna, and they find his body in the trunk of that car about 6 or 8 blocks from here about 2 weeks later.
So when you were around when they announced that and that David was dead, yeah, right? And what was that look like? Did they start a big case about that and figure out who did that? Or?
Oh yeah, huge case. The FBI's interviewing everybody, homicide unit's interviewing everybody they can, but everybody's saying, you know, I don't know.
Of course.
He was a nice guy. What can I say? I don't know. You know, yeah. End of case, end of investigation. There's no evidence. They served a search warrant on the garage. There's nothing, no evidence, nothing.
It's hard to imagine that a hit went down right there in that little garage. Please comment any key takeaways that you got from this video. Also, please share it with someone that you think will enjoy this type of content. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to get the rest of the Mafia tour that's coming out. Also, at the end of this video, there'll be a playlist that pops up. It's called the Kansas City Mafia Tour. There you can find all the videos linked to this Mafia tour. Thank you again for watching.